We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K20 to a close, we take a look back at our favorite moments on NBA 2K.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to tonight.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. Hey, Dave. They certainly can. Well done, DA. Thank you. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Levine at the 2 with Porter at the 3.
Here we go.
Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's White in at the point. And for the 76ers, Richardson and Harris filling out the wings. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. And it's Milton in at the point. Clark, toward the end of the season, some players hit a wall, others come alive. They can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but that energizes them. What can a guy do to keep improving till the season's end?
Well, I think it starts first with mindset, Kevin. Staying ready, which means you have to be diligent about staying in shape, getting your extra work in if you're not getting the reps in games. Stay even-keeled emotionally. You can't get too high or too low. Keep that.
Oh, what a finish!
My goodness. Well, we know Levine has the hops. That time showing off the creativity.
Richardson outside. Here's Milton. White covering from deep. Richardson, good on the triple.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
On the wing, Porter. Over Harris. And the Bulls get it back. Carter banked in off the glass.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Here's Milton. White covering. Here's Embiid. Philadelphia with a new shot clock. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Levine can't hit.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
And a dunk by Horford.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it.
It's the best way to do it, as long as you don't get teed up for it.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
You know, guys, it's not surprising to hear that Joel Embiid gets a lot of inspiration from Hall of Famer Hakeem Olajuwon. Both came to the game late. Both represent the continent of Africa. And Embiid really kind of modeled his game after Hakeem, and that's a heck of a model.
Porter back to Levine. The kick out to Porter. Second chance shot. And the Bulls with another miss.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
A shot by Milton, no good. And when he first came to America, you know, what a great story this is. Embiid's coach in Cameroon sent him a DVD of Hakeem's highlights.
And that was a good start for Embiid, and good work by you, Kevin, to dig up that factoid. Very nicely done. But you're right, Embiid said he watched that tape every day for 3 years, and you can see evidence of him watching that tape and how he plays.
Here's Harris. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Harris has really become much more adept at finishing hard shots. Great focus there.
White the pass to Markkanen. To the paint. Here's Carter. And then Carter with the jam.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Hey, yo, right here.
So both teams changing it up here. We've got 1:48 left here in the first quarter. White dishes to Porter. Pass to Markkanen. Just 5 on the clock. Good work defensively by Horford.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never let...
Oh, what a play!
And you guys know JoJo loves busting out these dunks. What an athlete.
And it's Neto with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They trail by 1. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
And that's 2 fouls for him this quarter. A third would be a problem.
Mike Scott's checked in for the 76ers. Korkmaz comes in for Harris. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new grouping. Young's checked in for Markkanen. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Porter. Saransky's checked in for Levine. And it's Dunn in for White. Here's Young. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn.
Well, one thing you like there is the extra pass. Evidence that the game is starting to slow down for Dunn.
Right wing. Here's Neto, and he banks in the layup.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
8 lead changes now, and we're still just in the first half.
And I'm not sure I've seen a game with more lead changes this early.
The pass to Thibault. Clock at 6. Neto, the pass to Thibault. Kept alive.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Yes, they can, Kevin. They can't allow him to beat them to too many more of those.
Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. It's Chicago up 1. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
Coming from the place where,
wanted to follow in his father's footsteps.
And what a career. College championships at Florida, an all-star in the NBA. I think he made the right choice.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bulls.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
They've been distributing the ball really well tonight, too. I mean, a decent number of assists so far for them.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. Center and Spirit done. And it's Young, and it's Hutchinson in at the 3. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David. Dunn kicks to Harrison. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got 3 assists tonight.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And, Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Thibault, the pass to Embiid. Outside for Robinson. 76ers moving the ball around. Over to the wing. Passes it to Thibault. There's Embiid. That one a little long.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
And there's been some turnover in the Philly front office, but through it all, some bold moves.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, guys. First, the process, and we heard a lot about that as they were stockpiling draft picks and losing a lot of games. It was maybe the most drastic rebuild in NBA history, at least as I can recall. Then new leadership in Elton Brand, who's done an outstanding job pushing all their chips into the middle to go for it. Great credit to him for not sitting back. In both cases, a plan and a direction, and that's what you want from your organization.
We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Scott kicks to Burks. 5 to shoot. Here's Robinson. Horford trying to free himself up. Robinson, that's good. And the 76ers lead by 1. Pass to Valentine. And stolen by Scott. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Thaddeus Young for Philadelphia. They have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
And this year, they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Harris has checked in. Chicago also making some changes. Markkanen comes in for Thaddeus Young. And it's White in for Dunn. Richardson against White. Richardson the pass to Horford. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
A remarkable interior presence. Horford's a veteran who still has those polished post moves.
The 3 from Valentine. It's hauled in by the 76ers. It's a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
Well, last time out, they got the win in large part because of the play of their bench, and they provided a lot of the scoring punch.
Yeah, and you know what? I expect them to go deep into the bench again tonight. To give those guys on the bench a chance to have an expanded role, but also to give those starters some rest.
Analytics, Clark, are such a major factor for coaching staffs and scouting staffs, and plenty of microanalysis to go around. But some statistics can actually be a little bit misleading, don't you think?
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin, and you can torture the numbers to say whatever you want them to say, so you have to be careful. I think there's a great place for analytics in the game. It's very useful times, can dismiss what changing shots do to a team's defense or for a team's defense. The number of threes being taken. Effective field goal percentage is more important than raw field goal percentage because of threes.
And a dunk by Horford.
Ooh, a forceful finish from the big fella.
Well, with a player for that size, you'd think he'd make the highlight reel more often.
Yeah, you know, he just appears to lack an edge at times in his game. I mean, he can be too passive and reluctant on the court.
And Robinson wide open. He shoots. Drills the three-pointer. And now a 10-point Philadelphia lead.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Yeah, I agree with you. A big run taking place right now, and it looks to be the beginning of the end.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And Coach Jim Boylan agreeing to a multi-year extension with the Bulls this summer, Greg.
And taking that interim tag off his title as head coach, Boylan, with over 30 years of coaching experience, afforded the opportunity to continue developing this young core.
And the call will be against Harris. That is his first foul of the game. And the 76ers making a change here. Embiid's checked in. And Chicago also making a switch. Cornette's checked in. Bulls shooting their third and fourth night.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it. Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Embiid trying to break loose, and the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
The 76ers have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple. Porter finds Levine, poked away. Here's Hutchison. Here's Cornette. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Three from the inbound. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers ahead by 9.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. Their largest deficit of the period was... Thanks for joining us.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Al Horford with a strong contribution so far in this one.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Philadelphia, the talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Richardson and Harris filling out the wings. And it's Milton in at the point guard. For 3, Levine. It doesn't go for him. And it's Philadelphia the other way.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Porter finds White. It's stolen. Horford against Markkanen. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Harris drives in and slam dunk by Harris.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Here's White. And just miss after miss right now. Philadelphia leading by 16. First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Here's Milton. White covering. Shot clock at 5. There's the 3. And it's Chicago with the rebound. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul. So for the Bulls, Young's checked in for Carter, and Chris Dunn subbed in for White. Dunn looking over the floor. And again, no good by Chicago.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
And you look at Joel Embiid, Clark, for a player standing 7'2", probably close to 300 pounds. You've got to be impressed with how well he moves out there.
And Kevin, that's the first and most eye-catching thing about him when I watch him, is how nimble he is for his size. And you notice it at the offensive end because he's got great skills and footwork, but defensively, he doesn't pick up a lot of cheap fouls despite having the primary role of rim protector for his team. Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Dunn dishes to Porter. Young left side. Bulls moving the ball around. They need this one. That one off the back iron and out.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Young with the steal. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Dunn against Richardson. Dunn kicks to Levine. Shoots over Embiid. Levine can't hit.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful. This is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Porter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Hey, look at guys like Otto Porter, Greg. He just brings so much with his consistent outside jumper.
And guys, he's shot threes at a tremendous clip the last few seasons. I mean, really for his whole career. Sometimes can be a bit passive, so you just make sure he's involved in looking for his shot.
The Bulls making a switch here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Thaddeus Young. Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for Levine. And Zedaransky subbed in for Dunn. From 13, no good. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. And that'll be the middle game of their 5 and their longest homestand of the year. Here's Porter, and finished off by Porter.
And being 6'8", dunking, not an issue for Porter. All he needs is good position, and he's good to go.
Here's Thibault. 30 seconds left in the third. Embiid kicks to Korkmaz. Satoransky grabs the miss.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage. Oh, my goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful.
Virtually impossible to top that alley-oop.
Unloads. Scott, good. Scott's got 6.
Good, solid execution inside. That's exactly the look you want.
To the inside. Here's Thibault. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Tobias Harris, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Philadelphia. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Right back after this break. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Taking a look at the Bulls. We've got Valentine. White is out there with Satoransky. Then it's Wendell Carter, and it's Hutchinson in at the 4-man position. Carter finds White. The tray. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Pass to Neto. Here's Thibault. White covering, and that one's good. Thibault's got 5 points now this quarter. Clark, you played the traditional power forward position in the NBA years you had back in the 80s at such a high level. Who's doing that right now?
Tell you what, the power forward position has changed so much, Kevin. These 4 men now are not really the enforcing type physical guys that we saw in the 80s and even 90s. They're agile, they're rim protectors, they're shot makers from deep, and guys like Anthony Davis and Marcus Aldridge.
Yes.
Man, I tell you, Anthony Davis goes to the top of my list in today's game.
Blake Griffin, another one with Detroit.
Yeah, good call.
Markkanen, he's checked in for Valentine. From 12 feet out, and misses it off the right side of the rim.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Here's Hutchison, guarded by Harris. Here's White. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Horford's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And Harris wide open. He shoots the offensive rebound. Here's Embiid, and they convert it last on attempt number 3.
Boy, that long reach of Embiid's paying dividends there, guys. An absolute machine on the offensive glass.
And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his first foul. Clark, when you think of athleticism specifically, talk about the changes athletically we've seen in the league, say, since the 80s.
It's dramatically different. I mean, there have been tremendous athletes through every decade of the league's existence, but it's gotten better with improved training and more knowledge about the anatomy of the body and how to enhance its performance. But now it seems like great athletes are, a dime a dozen versus 8 to a dozen back in the 80s.
Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for the Bulls. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Levine. Clark, do you think we in the media overemphasize championship rings when talking about an individual player's legacy?
Yeah, I think when you talk about an individual player's legacy, a player can be a champion without a championship ring. I know there's another level of champion which includes a championship ring, and sometimes it gets distorted in my estimation because an individual only has so much impact on a team being a championship team. There are no individual team champions. Teams win championships. Being a key player or a role player on the championship team is certainly worthy of recognition and being held in high esteem, but I don't like to see championship caliber players being diminished in the court of public opinion because they didn't win a team championship ring.
Like Stockton and Malone.
Exactly. You could go down the list, a number of guys who just weren't, for whatever reason, able to get the ultimate in a team championship, but had championship Hall of Fame careers.
Pell, defended by Young. It's hauled in by Dunn. Well, Chicago's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
That is Young. Always, in my mind, seems to play in attack mode. And when he gets it going, it's even more difficult to defend it.
Pulls it from the elbow. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the 76ers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And this will push their record to 39 wins in a good effort tonight.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And this isn't one of those mini series either. I mean, this is a 4-gamer. As hard as it is to beat a team 3 times in a row, it's even harder to do it 4 straight.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Joel Embiid.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Joel Embiid. Korkmaz comes in for Harris. And Alec Burks subbed in for Shake Milton.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Pell, defended by Young. Pell lays it up and banks it in.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality.
An absolutely tremendous athlete, able to go up and finish over the biggest of defenders.
Shot and game clock separated by 5, and the basket is good.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
The shot by Valentine, no good. On its way from Burks for 2. Misses the shot. So it's Philadelphia winning this one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it.
episode of NBA 2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning. Special episode because we have reached number 200.
Here's Tatum and Slam.
In your face.
You play 2K all the time. You act.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And now you have an album. Anything you can't do?
I can't lose to playing you.
So I just got off of your live.
Up next, the
2K Sports Pregame Show.
Well, DA, it's tremendous athleticism. Thanks, DA. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Orlando, they're holding the edge for the last playoff slot. I am sure they'd feel better if they could jump up a couple rankings. And of course, hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
It was. Oh, you just watch Levine play, and you can see the athleticism he possesses. Greg just explodes anytime he wants to.
And guys, with Levine, the speed and first step have always been there for him. But you can see the strength he's added to his game since his rookie year whenever he goes at the rim.
Outside, White. From about 19 feet, they grab their own miss. Levine wide open, and it's good off the back rim and in. Levine's got his second bucket of the night.
Well, such a quick release. Zach Levine in a catch and shoot. Nicely done.
Augustine from outside. Carter pulls it in. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. White, good.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
Ennis kicks to Fournier. Shoots it. The shot, no good. And the Bulls going the other way now. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
Well, so dangerous, Levine. Can shoot the spot-up jumper from deep as well as put it on the deck.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
That's not coming with the right mentality. The defender neither closes the space nor challenges the shot. That's frustrating as a coach, boy.
And they'll keep possession. There's Porter with the 3. Rebounded by Vucevic. And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Magic. 4-point game. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago. Hits. Count that one from Ennis. You can see it, Doris, with some of these good teams trying to build momentum as we get closer to the postseason.
You seem to know and understand which teams are good on both sides of the basketball. Are they top 5 efficiency, offense and defense? And as you know, Kevin, if there's a player with a hot hand, that can really make a difference in round 1.
Absolutely. White dishes to Carter. Back to White. Kick out to Levine. From the arc. No good that time. And Orlando will come the other way. Gordon, the pass to Fournier. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Well, from anywhere on the floor, you've got to be aware of Evan Fournier, even on the interior.
To halt the run, and it's White getting it to go. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Ennis kicks to Gordon. Here's Augustine, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And you look at this Magic roster, so much potential.
I think, Greg, they have done a great job of drafting to the style of play they want to play. Guys who want to get after it on the defensive end. Guys who can switch and slide on the perimeter. Guys who can protect the rim. That is the backbone of this organization.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Bamba is checked in for Vucevic. Kem Birch comes in for Aaron Gordon. Terrence Ross is checked in for Ennis. And Markelle Fultz is subbed in for Evan Fournier. Bulls shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line. He misses the free throw. Carter Williams, he's checked in for Augustine. And he's good on the second. And it's Carter Williams with the ball for the Orlando Magic. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
Well, this has to contribute to Markelle Fultz's confidence, showing right there he can get through the defense.
Young, and Young with the stuff.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Bamba. That one's not going to go. And it's Chicago the other way. There's 42 seconds left to play here in the first. Satoransky gets the bucket.
Yeah, that's just a nice pass. This was one of college basketball's premier playmakers done showing great vision. Well, this is what you call your big man playing big. Terrific work on the glass.
Floats it up for Young and denied. He sends it right off the glass. No one near Fultz as he lets it go. The Magic again can't hit. The Bulls have gone 7 of 13, just over 50% from the floor. Some good looks. Young with no one around. His three-pointers off the mark. Fultz the pass to Birch. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Really the right play defensive.
Here's Dunn. From deep three-point range, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Tie game and some big points being put up on the board. Clark as we wrap up the first. And will be start of the second quarter. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vallanos. And guys, for the Magic, what jumps out to you so far, numbers-wise?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Total intimidation that first period. That is what has helped power them to this early lead.
So for Chicago right now, Dunn is out there with Harrison. Then there's Valentine. And it's Young. And it's Cornette in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Well, that's a case where a guy's trying to make a play, trying to take it up strong, but the defense was ready.
Bamba's shot is off.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket. So the term unicorn has arisen for shot blockers who can also space the floor. Mo Bamba on that list, guys.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Kicks to Ross. They swipe it. In transition, here come the Bulls. Wide open look. Valentine. It's good on the putback.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Birch the pass to Fultz. And that one drops. Fultz has got the lead up to 3 now for the Magic. And coming in, Mo Bamba comparing his game to that of Joel Embiid's. Doris, you see that?
Well, I've heard others mention Rudy Gobert with a three-point shot, and that might be a closer comparison. We're going to have to watch and see what Mo Bamba hangs his hat on both the offensive and defensive end. Comparison's a bit early at this point.
Fultz, no good.
And if he thinks that's within his range, then you know what? He's got a low basketball IQ.
I'm a little surprised he would even attempt that shot. Much better to swing the ball to somebody else.
Here's Dunn. Sinks the triple. Dunn's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
I would say Dunn more pure scorer than pure shooter, but he nails the three.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Young. While we have a break, we can see which teams have made the most of their second chance opportunities over the last 10 games. Fourth, the Bulls.
I mean, you love their aggressiveness, not settling for one shot offensively, but really running down those loose boards and converting for extra points.
Well, Thaddeus Young is a team-first guy, and if he sees an opportunity to get a teammate a shot, he will deliver it.
Here's Fultz. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, there's not a lot of NBA players who come from Finland. Now there's Lauri Markkanen. Before him, there was Hanno Matala, who was actually Lauri's high school coach. Markkanen is soft-spoken and family-focused, but he says everything starts from basketball. All the decisions I make are based on if it helps me on the basketball court. Kevin?
Terrific attitude, David. Thanks. For Chicago, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far. So a new group on the floor for Orlando. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Markkanen, he's checked in for Young. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Denzel Valentine. Levine's checked in for Shaquille Harrison. And Ransky's subbed in for Chris Dunn. Now here's Ennis. He's tightly guarded. 6 to shoot. And Ennis slams it in.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
1:12 left to play here in the half. Here's Hutchison. Got a piece of it. Outside Fournier. Pass to Gordon. The putback, and it's put back in by Vucevic. Vucevic has got the game tied up here for the Magic.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Levine for 3. The shot, no good. And Orlando will come the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. And Thomas Satoransky gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Wendell Carter, he's checked in for the Bulls. Augustine finds Fournier. Now Augustine, he's coming off a 16-point game against Chicago. Shoots it up. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
To me, when he's at his best, DJ Augustine is the aggressor. Really good job dictating the contact there.
Chicago making some changes. Porter comes in for Chandler Hutchison. And it's White in for Satoransky. And Levine, here we go. And the jam by Levine.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Augustine from outside. The Magic again can't hit. Here's Levine. Carter. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. So a tie game here as we finish the first half. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is... All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. They were unable to ever build a big lead. And that'll...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. And it's Ennis in at the 3. That's who's out there for Orlando. The Bulls shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
The Bulls leading by 3. On the wing, Porter. Vucevic defending, and Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Of course, the game is shifting towards skill and finesse, but there are those players who thrive in this league who are like bulldozers and force the issue inside.
Well, a guy like Blake Griffin, who is such a physically gifted basketball player, enters the league as one of the great dunkers, but has now added a three-point shot, still can play bully ball. But for me, the most ferocious at-the-rim scorer, and the guy who's probably most underrated aspect is his strength, is the Greek freak. Giannis Antetokounmpo at the rim. Good luck and good night.
I don't know how you do it, right? I mean, how do you defend that?
Impossible.
Indeed. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. Here's Ennis. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Well, an 0-for-3 start to the half, you need to pick it up and start to put some pressure on your opponent.
Levine, good.
Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
And Greg, one of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Lead pass was put in just the right spot. And now it's an 11-point Bulls lead.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
And the layup's good off the glass. Levine's got 14 points for the game.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think, Greg, it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Ross is checked in for the Magic. Fultz comes in for DJ Augustine. Valentine's checked in for Chicago. Fournier for three. Another miss by Orlando.
Oof, ugly start to the second half. They're still scoreless in their first 5 attempts.
Bucket is good.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
When you watch Lowry Markkanen play, it's easy to see how easy it is for him to put up points. Attacks from all spots on the floor and has a great touch on that shot, especially for a man his size.
Pass to Gordon to stop the drought, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Well, Markelle Fultz continues to develop his floor awareness. Passes like that will create all kinds of chemistry.
Ross with the steal. Fast break.
Easy baskets here.
And really, Greg, the only knock on Markkanen is that he can be too passive at times.
And I suspect that will fade as he grows more comfortable in the league. You have to remember how young he is and missed a good amount of time with injury during that second year.
And for a player that didn't come in with a lot of fanfare to the NBA, Markkanen is one of the top young players in the league.
Yeah, call him the marksman or the finisher. Call him Larry Bird, if you like. Fantastic stretch four, who showed he could be a focal point of an offense, can play with an edge as well, and is just scratching the surface of his potential.
The Magic making a switch here. Bamba's checked in.
Yeah, great anticipation of where the open man was going to be, and Terrence Ross finds him immediately. That's really pretty.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Well, they say the post-up big man is dead and gone in the NBA, but don't tell that to Nikola Vucevic. An offensive focal point, and he does some of his best work on that low block.
Evan Fournier's checked in for Mohamed Bamba. .110 left in the third. Fultz looking around. Fournier dishes to Fultz. Fournier into the lane. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
What a skilled finish from Evan Fournier. The experience and the toughness to overcome the defense.
And that one falls for Fournier. And here are the Bulls now. 17 points was their biggest margin. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That'll be the third game of this 3-game road trip. Dunn passes to Markkanen. Back to Dunn. 4 on the shot clock. And it goes down 2 points. Dunn's got his second basket of the night.
Well, you have to admire Chris Dunn's aggressiveness. This guy will take hard forays into the lane and drain the layup.
Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Satoransky. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake. The Magic trail by 13. And the pass to Fultz. He kicks to Vucevic. Outside Fournier. Back to Vucevic. Over Young. No good off the front iron. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the Bulls. They lead by 13. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Satoransky runs the point with Levine at the 2. Then there's Markkanen. And it's Hutchinson in at the 4. Markkanen can't get it to go. Well, Orlando shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Carter, he's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Now in his 6th season in the NBA, hard to believe Aaron Gordon is still just 24 years of age.
Not much older than some rookies coming in. You wonder what his ceiling will be.
Fournier goes in, and he trims the lead to single digits.
Well, exceptional at giving you that extra burst necessary on the drive. That's pretty.
Carter against Vucevic. Carter, the pass to Hutchison. Over Gordon. Another shot tipped away. It's stolen by Vucevic. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Here's Fournier. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Well, this is where Evan Fournier has a feel for where to go in transition. Really good job.
So for the Bulls, Otto Porter Jr. He's checked in for Shaquille Harrison. And it's White in for Satoransky. The Bulls leading by 5. And here's Levine. Here's Hutchison. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And a chance now to take a look at the schedule for the Chicago Bulls. On Saturday, they're off to Miami to face off with the Heat. Then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
Vucevic finds Augustine. Back to Vucevic. Ennis passes to Fournier. And here's Vucevic, guarded by Levine. Here's Ennis. The shot that time, not on target. And the Bulls going the other way now. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Bulls making a switch here. Markkanen's checked in. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Here's White. Hits the three-point bomb. And the Bulls lead by 8.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Here's Augustine, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Listen, this is not easy for a 6-footer to get his points inside, but you can see the tenacity of DJ Augustine.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Misses from short range. Here's Levine, and Levine throws it down.
Well, we know Zach LaVine has got tremendous athleticism, but he's also got tremendous basketball skill and putting it to work here.
Basket good. Gordon's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
Here's Augustine. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And now just a 4-point Bulls lead.
Augustine in the clutch. DJ doing it.
And it's White missing. And it's Ennis with the ball for Orlando. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Fournier goes in, and it's blocked.
And blocking shots mostly about will and desire. Markkanen showing he has it on that one.
Levine dishes to Markkanen. And a wide open look for Porter. And again, no good by Chicago. And it's Orlando's ball. They're on a 14-5 run. Fournier, that's good. He's 5 for 9.
Wow. Evan Fournier, calm in the face of the storm. Big-time shot.
Right the pass to Markkanen. To the middle. Here's Carter. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Vucevic has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Inside. Down low. To tie it up. Moves back up. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Augustine against White. With the teardrop, it's hauled in by the Magic. The drive by Gordon. Money!
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Levine kicks to White. Back to Levine. The shot by Markkanen. Nobody around. Bullseye!
And they do have a foul to give.
Here's Orlando now. Augustine with it. Outside Fournier. Passes to Vucevic. For the tie. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game.
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer. It was Doris Burke from 2K.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the it sure is fun to watch, DA. Thank you. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. And it's Carter in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Cavaliers, Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Ashman and Love are the forwards. And it's Drummond in at the 5 spot. Now you look at the former All-Star Andre Drummond and the way he rebounds, Greg. He might be the best in the league in that department.
I mean, few players in the history of the league can go off for 20-plus rebounds on any given night. Drummond's one of them. Attacks the glass on the offensive end so well. His offensive rebounding, for me, sets him apart.
You see the acceleration of Levine on the dribble drive. That's hard to contain.
Passes it to Garland. Back to Love. Here's Osman. 9 points last game. And it's sent back by Carter.
That time, Carter's length and vertical paying dividends. He has tremendous potential as a rim protector. Oh, my God, they can't buy one. 0 for 4. Sometimes this happens.
Now here's Levine. One of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Here's Sexton. Drops in the layup for 2.
That breaks their string of misses. Now 1 for 5. You can feel their sense of relief.
The pass to Carter. Good D by Love. For Cleveland, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Count it.
You know, not bashful about positioning himself inside. Sexton knows he has what it takes to score from there.
Levine kicks to Porter. And again, no good by Chicago.
They are out of rhythm. 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward your matchups.
Garland, the pass to Love, and the dunk by Love.
Look at him rising above the defense. Kevin Love with the statement finish. Looking at the Bulls roster, there is a lot to like. They have a great collection of talent, and their core players are all very young and improving.
And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That is his first foul of the game. Porter's checked in for Cleveland. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new grouping. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Saransky's checked in for Zach Levine. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White. Here's Hutchison. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And it's sent back by Drummond. Satoransky against Porter. Here's Drummond. It's hauled in by Cornett. And Steve, for the Bulls fans, their hopes lie in their young core.
Totally agree. The Bulls should focus on developing that core. Have a good blend with Levine, Markkanen, and Carter. They just need to keep their eye on the prize.
And stolen by Love. Here's Drummond. It's blocked. They recover it. Pass to Porter. Back to Osman. A second chance effort. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Markkanen can't get it to go.
Unusual for him, just a lack of concentration. Fails to finish the play.
Osman the pass to Garland, and he comes up with the deuce.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. 8-point game. Three-pointer, Markkanen. And again, Chicago. No good. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Here's Hutchison. And the Bulls with another miss. Cleveland with the ball. They've scored 10 straight. Porter kicks to Drummond. Pass to Osman. Outside, Porter. And Garland has it in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Love. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Bulls trail by 8. Here's Satoransky. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. We've got 13 seconds left in the first quarter. Garland, here's Love. No one near Drummond as he lets it go. But they get it back. They get it back.
Second chance opportunities. Love with the great instincts beats everyone to the ball.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Cavaliers lead. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
Nance and Thompson are up front. Then there's Kevin Love. Then it's Porter. And it's Windler in at the 2. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. You know, Smitty, we know players are getting more nights off around this time of the year. How much did that occur when you were playing in the NBA?
Coaches and organizations really came up to guys when they see they were hurting. You didn't want them to play when they were injured. And then at the end of the season, Kevin, usually you looked and said, ooh, we have the number 6 seed locked up or whatever place locked up. And then that's when you start to get nights off. It's not, I don't remember doing it during game 20 and game 30 where guys starting to get nights off.
Here's Valentine. Tristan Thompson picking up that last bucket. Young, right side, fires for 3. Windler with the rebound.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And that one, good. Nance has got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The dunk with the foul on top of it. So strong.
What I like is when Chris Dunn keeps his poise, keeps his eyes up, good things happen.
Colin Sexton, he's checked in for Kevin Love. White, he's checked in for Chicago. Well, so many people were worried about Chris Dunn's offense after his rookie year, but you know what, Greg? He's turned it around.
And gone from struggling to hit 40% of his shots to shooting better from the floor. Still a strong defender, and he's making people forget that his offense was ever a question mark.
And that one's good by Porter.
The defense decides to gamble off him, and he cashes in.
Cornette can't get it to go.
I'm not sure if anyone on the team has the green light from there. Definitely not him.
It's the kind of shot that gives hero ball a bad name and causes your coach to consider another line of work.
Nance passes to Windler. 5 on the clock. They get a hand on it. And stolen by White. The kick out to Young. Over Nance. And again, Chicago. No good. The Cavaliers leading by 13. So for the Bulls, Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornette. Porter comes in for Valentine. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Shaquille Harrison. Here's Windler. Nance passes to Windler. He kicks it to Sexton. The dish to Nance. Over Young. Nance, no good. Bulls trail by 13. Lobs it up for LaVine. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
You love the execution here. Well-timed pass. Zach LaVine showing off that 41-inch vertical.
Nance, no good. Chicago's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Oh, and the dunk by Young.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys in the bench. They are pumped up. And Young slams it home.
Beautiful find by Levine there. Takes his time to survey the floor.
And the Cavaliers this summer selecting point guard Darius Garland with the 5th overall pick. The second-year man, Colin Sexton, already on the roster. Greg, how do you see the fit between these two players?
Well, I mean, both are 6'2". The questions will come at the defensive end of the floor. Offensively, both show great promise as shooters, very scoring-minded guards, reminiscent possibly of a Lillard-McCollum pairing for the Blazers, which could be.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about. Getting.
Oh, wow! He went high.
That was nice.
An explosive, high-level athlete. You see why Zach has won multiple dunk contests.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
And that's tough to do from the mid-range because help can come from anywhere, but he beats everyone to the punch.
Bulls moving the ball around. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 5 rebounds tonight.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard. And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
Here's Levine. Here's Carter. It's rebounded by Cleveland. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Osman kicks to Garland. Misses the 3.
Having a shaky time from the floor, but his teammates have been picking up the slack. His second foul in as many quarters. We'll see if he backs off or stays aggressive.
Bulls shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76. And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
8 seconds left in the first half. Takes a shot at the elbow. Good on that shot. And with that, the Cavalier lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Dunn. Got it off in time. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And all right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarters.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's Cleveland out on top at halftime. They lead by 5. Kenny, what do you think? And that'll...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One guy who's getting it done is Thaddeus Young.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
And tipping off the second half, here's Jim Boylan's 5. Markin and Carter are up front. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Porter. And at the 3, the small forward. White the pass to Markkanen. Wasted no time on that one. Markkanen's got his first points of the night.
Anytime you can set up Markkanen off the catch, you have a good chance of coming away with points.
White left side. That 3 off the mark. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. Leading by 5. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That sets off a 5-game tour for them.
And looking at some numbers for White, in the second half of this season, he's been nothing short of spectacular, putting up about 24 points per, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Because he gives you someone to build your offense around. You can count on his nightly production. I love this. Andre Drummond has gone on record saying he is one of the last true centers in the league. Hard to argue with that statement, given how Drummond has played.
Nice move, and the layup is up and in. Drummond's got 6 points.
High percentage look for Drummond. He's developed a number of go-to moves in there.
Levine can't hit. Rebounding and defense, Drummond provides, Smitty, feels similar to an old-school center.
Well, it does. Drummond is still very effective, even without having an outside shot. But he's gotten better at that. Most centers now can shoot threes, but Drummond is happy to stick to what he does best.
And it's sent back by Drummond.
Andre Drummond with the wingspan of 7'6". It's going to be hard to get it over him. You just love how reliable he is night in and night out. His offense is there.
A different look now for Cleveland. Larry Nance is checked in for Love. And Porter subbed in for Jetty Osman. Chicago also making some changes. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Denzel Valentine comes in for Porter. And it's Harrison in for Zach LaVine. Here's Valentine. It's good.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Cavaliers leading. Now here's Sexton. He has 6. Knocks down the 3 ball. He's got 9.
Good to see Sexton knock it down from deep. A shot he needs to add to his arsenal.
To the paint. Here's Cornett. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Nice job. Those passes have to be right on the money around the painted area.
Sexton kicks to Porter. Not going to go that time. And the Bulls going the other way now. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That'll be the last game of their very short 3-game road tour. Well, and lately we have seen star players changing teams more often. Shorter contracts. Player options. Smitty, is there any downside to any of that?
You know, I think the downside is from a fan standpoint, you get invested in a player and he's moved in like 2 or 3 years. I think it should be where if a player wants to sign a longer-term contract with the organization, that should be a rule in play. But right now with these shorter contracts and player options, there's going to always be a lot of movement.
From deep. But they'll get another chance. Thompson with it. Now guarded by Valentine. The shot by Sexton, no good. Chicago shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. That free throw good from Thaddeus Young. Satoransky's checked in for Denzel Valentine. All free throws good from Thaddeus Young. 1:12 left to play here in the 3rd. Thompson against Young. Pass to Windler. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Dunn. Chicago trailing here. Floats it up for Young, and he lays in the alley-oop.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And sometimes it seems like Sexton wants to get hit on the way up. He just embraces the challenge.
Chicago making a switch here. Carter's checked in. The Cavaliers have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. Free throw good, Sexton.
Well, the young bull, Colin Sexton, getting a lot of playing time in his rookie season. Allowed him to play through his mistakes, and that's what you hope for coming in.
Count that bucket. Dunn's got it all tied up now for Chicago.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
To the middle. It's deflected. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Satoransky in the corner. Dunn up top. Defended by Sexton. Bulls moving the ball around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And then Carter with the jam.
With the 9-foot standing reach, Carter has no trouble putting that away.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading baskets. It's the Bulls. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Execution. This is what you practice every day. These guys are professionals. Beautiful play.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. So on the floor for Cleveland, Ashman and Love are the forwards. Then there's Sexton. Then it's Thompson. And it's Windler in at the 2-guard position. The Bulls leading by 5. And a wide open look for Porter. Tries again. Now the pass to Satoransky. Outside, Levine. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And this is where Thompson likes to get his touches, right at the basket.
Carter, and then Carter with the jam.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Thompson, left side. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Porter looking it over. Now here's Levine. Defended by Sexton. Chalk up 2 there. Levine's got the lead up to 5 now for Chicago.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Porter. And here's what Cleveland's schedule is looking like. On Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets. And then on Saturday, they'll continue the road trip heading out to Atlanta to take on the Hawks.
And for that matchup with the Magic, you know they're going to be amped up for that one, and they'll need to be. That's going to be one tough game for that group. And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
This is what Zach LaVine is built to do. He can get you points in bunches, and sometimes he can go all night.
And it's Kevin Love with the foul. That's his first foul. Markkanen, he's checked in for Chicago. White comes in for Satoransky. Levine passes to Markkanen. Trying to get open is Carter. And there's the bucket from Markkanen.
Comfortable on the offensive end. Markkanen drawing contact, but maintains his focus.
Here's Garland. Here's Drummond. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Andre Drummond's games has to improve at the free throw line if he wants to be a go-to player.
Kicks it out to Markkanen. Porter passes to White. Launches it, trying to get open is Carter. And it's White missing. The Cavaliers trail by 5. And stolen by White. To the inside. Lets it go from 11. The Cavaliers pull it in. And here is Garland. Pass to Osman. 1:52 left in the fourth. And here we go. The Bulls fast break. Porter's running. Levine wide open. Buries the corner 3. Levine's got 7 points for the quarter.
You look at Levine's jump shot. It's very hard to contest because he gets great lift off the floor.
And the crowd is loving this long-range bomb attack that we're seeing here tonight, coming right back to answer a 3 with one of their own.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Sexton.
I like the defense there by Zach. Stays aware and gets himself in perfect position.
Here's Porter. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Porter's got his first 2 points.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Love at the elbow. Three-pointer. The shot misses. The Bulls leading by 7. Levine kicks to White. It's Chicago with another bucket.
An assertive offensive player. White knows he has the green light to rise and fire.
Work defensively by Carter. Here's Chicago. Here's Porter. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And now it's an 11-point Chicago lead.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Dunn passes to Levine. Dunn right side. Now Levine. Clock at 6. Dunn passes to Cornette. Rebounded by Bell. Exum deciding where to go with it. Lays it there. And so it's Chicago winning this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead.
welcome back to 2K TV, Bill
Yeah.
Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right now.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
I feel it. I feel it.
And just about to get underway as the starting five. Hello and thanks for joining us on Noche La NBA, the NBA celebration of D8. He's done a terrific job. Thanks, David. A look at the 76ers starting group. The talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Richardson and Harris filling out the wings. And it's Milton in at the point guard. And for the Bulls, White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Markkanen and Carter are up front. And it's Porter in at the small forward position. Horford. And that one is off. Good work defensively by Carter. White the pass to Levine. And Levine throws it down.
Stellar awareness from Levine. I mean, seeing an opening and ripping through it with this relentless athleticism. Yeah, and with Lauri Markkanen, you know you're going to get shooting from his spot. Great release and has been efficient from range since his rookie year.
Now, here's Richardson. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game. Porter against Richardson. Markkanen kicks to Levine. Lets it go from 14. Ooh, the double clutch. Another shot. Markkanen dishes to Carter, and then Carter with the dunk.
And it's important that Markkanen develops his floor awareness. I mean, passes like that go a long way.
And Chris, with Markkanen, the shooting frees up the rest of his offensive game.
Yeah, and he's better than you think. Going to...
Oh, the power on that throw-down.
Wow. Easy to see why Levine won the dunk contest in 2016. I mean, he has endless ups.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Fires at the elbow. They get it again. Horford the pass to Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Oh, man, the awareness and the IQ of Horford look so adept at getting the ball to his open teammates.
Here's Porter. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist.
They've come out with guns blazing. 4 for 5 from the field. They've got the D reeling.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket. Now, look, you can't forget about Horford. I mean, especially from the mid-range area where he gets it done.
Here's Markkanen. And the stretch big man, Lauri Markkanen, very strong player on offense.
Well, I told you, Kevin, there's no secret. I like Markkanen best when he is a bit greedy, searching for a shot. I mean, sometimes I feel he can defer too much, but he has the skills to be a great scoring threat if he is playing aggressive.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Mike Scott comes in for Al Horford. Robinson is subbed in for Tobias Harris. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. And that's a foul called on Lauri Markkanen. That's his first foul. Here's Robinson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Detroit. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Just 5 on the clock. Embiid is at the elbow. The 76ers need to get off a shot, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Young's checked in for Chicago. Satoransky comes in for Porter. The Bulls leading by 6. And for Carter. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White. Levine dishes to Young. That one no good. Now the 76ers take it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons. And there it is for them.
Good at recognizing when the defense is overcommitted. I mean, Embiid is terrific at sharing the ball.
Goes up at the stripe. The putback. The putback is no good. And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That is his first foul of the game. Chandler Hutchison. He's checked in for Levine. Outside Robinson. Kicks to Richardson. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. passes it to Embiid. Shoots from 14. Again, Philadelphia. You played for a lot of different coaches in your career, Chris. I'm sure you saw characteristics that you like in a head coach with all the different people you played for.
Yeah, definitely. You definitely want coaches that challenge you, that want to make you better, that helps with the team chemistry. But I would say, number one, you want a coach that understands they are such a good coach that their job is to infuse you with as much information during practice, and then come game time, they trust you to go out and do your thing. They don't micromanage during the big games. They say, wait a minute, we put in enough practice time, you know what we should do, now go out there and execute. The ones that trust you, you gotta love.
Right. And Young kicks to center Ansel. Here's Cornette, goes back up, and he lays it up and in.
Toughness and energy on the boards, and an easy putback to show forward.
Young against Richardson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And when you watch the Bulls play, Chris, they just seem to lack an organizational direction.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, the team committed to Boylen to shape their youth. They don't seem to be interested in playing up-tempo or following any NBA trend. The distrust between players in the front office is not helping their recruiting of free agents. A lot going wrong there.
Outside, Scott. 20 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Stolen. Now, here's Dunn. He's covered closely. Good on the shot.
The closer Dunn is to the basket, the more effective he is. Quality possessions from the guard.
The drive by Scott, and it's Scott with the jam.
He gives up a lot of size to most other power forwards, but not too many of them can fly like he can.
Here's Hutchison. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Bulls lead by 2. And the second quarter about to get...
It never occurred to me that I'd be...
And give Horford credit. He adjusted with the times. He didn't stay set, Greg, in his ways.
Yeah, he was always a great mid-range shooter, and he's proven to be a legitimate threat from deep.
And we return to the second quarter, and Noche Latina. Specialized jerseys on display. Welcome back, everyone. And looking at what we've seen from the Bulls, what do you guys think?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Setting the pace early, GA. I like this aggressive mind state. I love this approach so far.
So on the floor for Philadelphia. Down low, it's Harris and Horford. And it's Thibault in at the 2-guard spot.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Oh, you're right, and I love the opportunistic approach. These kinds of hustle plays can be game changers.
So for the Bulls, Carter, he's checked in for Luke Cornette. Markkanen comes in for Chandler Hutchison, and it's White in for Chris Dunn. Horford, no luck. The Bulls leading by 5. And Greg, Al Horford over the summer opting out of a contract with Boston, the final year with the Celtics. A bit of a surprise to fans.
You know, Horford said he wanted to test free agency. Talks between him and Boston abruptly ended, was wooed by several teams, but ultimately signed on with the Sixers.
Back to Harris. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Wendell Carter.
I mean, it's difficult not to fall for Harris's pump fake. I mean, he's so clever at getting defenders off the ground and just simply going up and into the contact.
Levine's checked in for Chicago. Alec Burks checked in for the 76ers. Levine passes to Markkanen. Here's Harrison, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And a chance now to take a look at the schedule for the Chicago Bulls. On Saturday, they'll tip off a road trip in Miami where they'll take on the Heat. Then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics.
And for that game against the Spurs, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
There's the pass to Korkmaz, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And a moment now to look at the numbers for Levine. Over the last month, getting it done. Averaging about 27 points per, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds. When you have a shooter like him off the bench, it makes scoring so much easier for the bench.
Yeah, when he's taking on the scorer's role for that second unit, then the others can go focus on what they naturally do best.
Let's take a quick look at the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. Creating points off turnovers have been the calling card for these teams. Number 1, the Bulls.
And all those points off turnovers have been a huge bonus. I mean, that aggressive defense has also paid dividends at the offensive end of the floor.
Harris inside. He's guarded by Markkanen. Harris misses.
I don't think the D does good enough here, but something causes the miss.
And last season, the Sixers unveiling a Dr. J statue on their Legends Walk outside the team training facility.
Oh, yeah, his second statue in Philly. I mean, the other one is down by the stadium. At that Legend Walk, you know who he joins? Wilt Chamberlain, Mo Cheeks, Bobby Jones, Billy Cunningham, Hal Greer. That's some good company to be in. Some great history for the Sixers.
Let's go. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
Oh, this speaks to the assertiveness of Harris. Shots like this demonstrate how effective he can be.
Here's Carter. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia.
And they got the better of this matchup last time with their defensive pressure and the ability to force turnovers.
They had them in their heels the whole game. The intensity of their defense was the key factor.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. Porter comes in for Shaquille Harrison. And Zedaransky subbed in for White. Horford no luck. The Bulls leading by 6. Back to Porter. Second chance shot. Here's Carter. Tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. To the middle. Here's Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
Showing off that athleticism. Harris is more than happy to slam it down like this.
And then Carter with the jam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Oh, Kevin, the coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy buckets like this, GA.
And it's Horford with the extra effort. Horford's got his second basket of the game.
Well, man, you love to see that kind of effort on the offensive boards. Horford might be into his 30s, but he still brings energy.
Levine against Burks. Levine dishes to Porter. Back to Levine. Pass to Zedaransky. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. So for the Bulls, Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Wendell Carter. Denzel Valentine comes in for Levine, and Chris Dunn subbed in for Zedaransky. Then for the 76ers, Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Horford. Mike Scott comes in for Harris. And Raul Neto subbed in for Alec Burks. Robinson passes to Richardson. Back to Robinson. Philadelphia moving the ball around. To the paint. Here's Embiid. Beat the shot clock, but it's off the mark. Ball's knocked loose. Chicago again turning it over.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And here's Neto outside, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, it was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. The biggest lead they were able to get out to. And
as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Nice game, great performance by Harris.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
He's so good at reading opportunities and seizing up on whatever the defense gives up.
Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the 5 spot. And that's the group for Jim Boylan as we begin the second half. Hilton the pass to Embiid. That one goes. Count it. Embiid's got 6. Chris, you were a tremendous passer. One of my favorites. Are there more playmaking bigs in the NBA now than back in the day?
That's a good question. I don't know if there are more, but I tell you what, there are some exciting ones. And if you guys don't believe me, just turn on the TV and go watch the Nuggets play. There's a man called the Joker, Jokic. Oh, my goodness, can he pass that ball? He and Horford right now, oh, man, 2 of my favorite passes in the game.
Now here's Levine. He has 6. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And it's Carter missing. The 76ers trail by 4. Down low, it's tipped. Embiid's shot is good. Embiid's got 4 points this quarter.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Levine. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, Zach LaVine possesses a speed, Chris, and a burst that makes him a very tough matchup.
Yeah, and he has a great first step. I mean, when he's trying to beat a defender off the bounce, you can't let him get an edge to the hoop. He'll flush it on your head 9 times out of 10.
Bulls making a switch here. Hutchison's checked in. White the pass to Markkanen. Over Horford. And no good. But close on that one, so he'll shoot 2. Chris, one of the most versatile scorers in the game, Tobias Harris. He had some great teachers, too, including Hall of Famer George the Iceman Gervin.
Yeah, well, check this out, Kevin. His father was Gervin's agent late in his career. I mean, from age 10, Tobias got to train at Gervin's facility every summer, and they still work out to this day. That's a real one. Harris learned it from a great how to get buckets.
And it's White missing.
Might take him a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. They just need to calm down, play their game.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
An assertive offensive player. White knows he has the green light to rise and fire.
Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Robinson against Levine. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. It's a 1-point game.
Oh, look at the big fella Al get up. Given his size, dunking is basically second nature.
Whoa, what a finish!
Run that back. I want to see the replay now.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. Hutchison. Great positioning on the putback. And the Bulls lead by 1.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. Now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do in the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. Pass to Embiid. Outside Robinson. Shot on the wing. They get it back.
Oh, how about the length of Embiid? I mean, it's tough to deal with. Outstanding, using it to gobble up offensive rebounds.
Inside, here's Hutchison. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. 7 lead changes now, and we're just in the third quarter.
Yeah, frustrating for a coach, but it's great to watch as a fan.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Markkanen. Young comes in for Levine. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for Harrison. And it's Dunn in for White. Mike Scott's checked in for the 76ers. Raul Neto comes in for Shake Milton. Here's Neto. There's the dish to Robinson. Clock at 4. Yep, that one goes in there. Scott's got 6.
I mean, like the kick out there, recognizing there's more room outside than inside.
Hutchison passes to Cornett. From past the arc. Dunn misses. And stolen by Dunn. He gets it up. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. A big-time effort for Joel Embiid, providing a lot of energy for Philadelphia. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Mike Scott out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Alec Burks, and it's Korkmaz in at the 3, the small forward. Chicago making a switch here. Porter's checked in. Harris is checked in for Philadelphia.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by the Bulls.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the 3.
Valentine kicks to Porter. To the inside, Young. That one, no good. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. They start a 3-game homestand with that game. Passes it to Embiid. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. And here's Burks. Embiid inside. It's hauled in by Cornett.
That's the only way to hold him in check. He's got it inside. You got to have a body on him right away.
Harris finds Neto. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Neto's got the lead up to 3 now for the 76ers.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
Yeah, just trying to keep the momentum now, and that's easier said than done.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Coach trusts him to make winning plays down the stretch. I mean, because he's shown that ability time and time and time again.
And the pass to Burks. Shot clock at 6. Unable to get that one. Good defensive work there by Young. And so Young will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's Burks. He can't get that one. And the Bulls going the other way now. Feeds it to Porter. Paxton coming off the assist from Young. Now it's a 3-point Chicago lead. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Chicago making some changes. Wendell Carter comes in for Luke Cornett. And Zach LaVine subbed in for Valentine. And then for Philadelphia, Robinson comes in for Korkmaz. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Raul Neto. Robinson dishes to Embiid.
Hard to guard Embiid.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's Richardson, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, Greg, this is why they go to him in these spots. I mean, they trust his judgment and ability to score down the stretch.
And Young kicks the quarter. Pass to Levine. To the middle. Embiid with the steal. Richardson attacking. So it's Richardson with the jam.
In a game this close, this late, that kind of D is clutch.
It is. And then, Greg, to go in for the flush. That could be a backbreaker.
Yeah, but you can't fail to protect the ball. That's the likeliness of those types of turnovers.
Young's shot is off. The 76ers shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. Here's Robinson. Got it!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Porter passes to Levine. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
No fear trying his luck inside. You know, yeah.
And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Carter dishes to White. For three. Count it!
And you have got to honor White on the perimeter. Once he gets comfortable from there, it's going to be bad news for the defense.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They're down by 1. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
And guys, it all comes down to this. One shot to win the game. They have just enough time to run a play that'll lead to a catch and shoot here on the inbound. Maybe one quick pass and then get it up.
There's Embiid. Ooh, offline. And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
this year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th. All new episodes of NBA 2K TV and NBA 2K20.
Over the land of the...
Good. Got to take a look at the steal numbers over the last couple months. The scope of that, they're young.
Defensively, he's really stepped it up over the past few months. You can see the jump in his steal numbers, and it hasn't been by accident. He's put in a ton of effort at the defensive end, and boy, is it paying off.
A look at the starting group for the Magic. At the 4 and the 5, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem, and it's Ennis in at the 3. And for Chicago, White and Levine team up in the backcourt. Markkanen and Carter are up front, and it's Porter in at the small forward. And this late in the season, Clark, for non-playoff contending teams, really there's nothing to lose. The pressure is gone. You can let it rip, can't you?
Yeah, there's a freedom that you can play with when you don't have the pressure or the expectation of being a playoff team. And sometimes that allows you to play your best basketball because there is nothing to lose.
Pass to Markkanen over Gordon. And that one hits back iron. Here's Vucevic. He'll bring it up for Orlando. Their last encounter was in Orlando. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. And the jam by Levine.
You know what you like about Levine as a finisher? I mean, he can go straight to the rack, pop out to the 3, and can do everything in between as well. Great pass that time by DJ Augustine.
And here are the Bulls now. Down low. Here's Carter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you look out there at the Magic, one of the taller teams in our league.
And, you know, that's a philosophical bent for the front office. They want long, athletic players. Draft guys with great length and then develop their strength and skill level. And I actually kind of like that approach. Have a philosophy, stick to it. Are you kidding me? You know, it's clear that Gordon is one of the best dunkers in the game, always looking to bring the thunder.
And the shot is good.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
The Magic have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. The shot's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
For 3, Levine. He can't get it to go. The Magic go the other way with it. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago. Shot by Gordon, wide open. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Here's Levine. He can't get that one to fall. Nice D from Fournier. This offense has really been clicking.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with. And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Young's checked in for Lauri Markkanen. And a change for the Magic. Ross is checked in. White drives in. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
And that burst of speed, sometimes White just too much for a defense, which is why you see them compromise.
Some changes for Chicago. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Porter. And Satoransky's subbed in for Levine. Orlando also making some changes. Mohamed Bamba, he's checked in for Vucevic. Tim Birch comes in for Evan Fournier. And it's Fulton for Augustine.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Well, when you look at Mo Bamba, with his size, around 7'1" in height, Clark, the longest wingspan, arm span ever measured at the Combine, he can dominate inside.
And you know what, guys? The scary thing is, he's got room to fill out. He's got room to add good muscle and weight to that frame. And once he does, he's going to be a nightmare to deal with.
Here's Gordon. Birch controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
A fantastic heads-up play there from Young to find the open man.
Deflects the pass. And the dunk by Bamba.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Cornette can't get it to go.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
And they pick up 2.
Ross has earned his reputation as a team-first guy. Excellent at distributing the ball.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That's his first foul.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Chris Dunn's checked in for White. And the Magic making a change here as well. Carter Williams is checked in. No good from Ross. Bulls trail by 5. Dunn passes to Young. Here's Cornette. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Ross kicks to Fultz. And he uses the glass on the layup. Fultz has got his second basket of the night.
Hard to overstate the muscle Fultz showed there. Excellent absorbing the contact on his way to the hoop.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Good if it goes.
Well, it's pretty clear the length of Carter Williams is what helps him.
And so it's Aaron Gordon making things happen for Orlando. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We've got more in store for you right after this. We welcome you back to Noche Latino. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Magic.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Young out there with Valentine. Then it's Chris Dunn. And it's Harrison in at the shooting guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
Boy, great timing and awareness there from Bamba. He sends shots away on the daily.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree. Here's Dunn. The 17-footer goes down.
Well, I tell you, it's awesome, absolutely awesome to see Dunn work in his effective mid-range J. So sharp, so accurate, so timely.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, for Nick Vucevic, there were some great firsts last season. His son, Philip, was born in December. And then Dad made his first All-Star appearance. Nick is from a basketball family. He said, "I'll enjoy telling my son the stories, like my dad did with me. We'll see if he likes the game of basketball. I think he will." Kevin?
Well, DA, it's certainly in his genes. Thanks for that report. The Bulls making a switch here. Levine's checked in. Well, we were asked this the other day, you and I, if you could choose one guard in the league to shoot a clutch three-point shot for you, Clark. who would be your guy?
Ironically, they're both on the same team, Kevin. I would start with Steph Curry. I think he clearly is the guy you want shooting it. And then after that, I would go with Klay Thompson. There are a number of other guys, but Steph is a pretty good gap in front of most. And then I think Klay is just a notch or two below Steph.
I agree. Great backcourt. Lillard up in Portland, another one. I mean, there's so many great ones in the NBA. But
yeah, Lillard would certainly be on the three-man list for sure.
They retain possession. Basket counts, and that's 10 points for Mohamed Bamba.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
For 3, Levine. The Bulls keep it alive. Here's Carter. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra possessions.
Magic moving the ball around. Here's Bamba. And the 3 off target. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. 15-point game. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
Boy, I like how Carter Williams spreads the ball around. I mean, he opens up a lot of opportunities for his guys to shoot it.
Here's Dunn. And the 3 ball is good. Dunn's got 5 now. Magic leading by 14. Pass to Ennis. Now Vucevic trying to find Bamba. He gets it to him.
Well, you talk about physical gifts for the game. Mo Bamba, a 7-footer with the longest wingspan, 7'9.5", and that gives him a huge sphere of influence.
Chicago making some changes. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Markkanen. Otto Porter Jr. comes in for Denzel Valentine. And Satoransky's subbed in for Dunn. Orlando also making some changes. Aaron Gordon comes in for Ennis. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative and make something happen. And you see why Levine's been a hard, tough out in the slam dunk contest. Has a natural ability to entertain the audience, and that bounce and athleticism certainly doesn't hurt either.
The shot by Satoransky, no good. Orlando leading by 14. To the paint, here's Bamba, and the dunk by Bamba.
Capable of scoring anywhere on the court, Bamba is always a threat to go off.
Count that one.
And, you know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
To the middle. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see. You know, he didn't get to the line in that entire first quarter, but right now he's showing some aggressiveness out there.
Chicago making a switch here. White's checked in. Orlando also making some changes. Ross, who's checked in for Vucevic, and it's Fulton for Fournier.
A top 10 pick in the 2018 draft, Mohamed Bamba. Mo Bamba, for short, is a terrific athlete and has a great work ethic, too.
Here's Carter. Chicago again turning it over. Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for the Bulls. Magic leading by 16. Ross passes to Gordon. Back to Ross. Puts up a 3. Rebound by the Bulls. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there. Here's Hutchison, and he slams it one-handed.
Oh, up high and down hard with that one-hander.
He got a little extra forceful. You're right with that one.
Boy, that sounded like Greg Anthony stealing a little bit of Kevin's thunder. I know this guy's hoping to rouse his teammates for sure with that one.
He is, and Greg sounded better saying it than I did. And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, Mohamed Bamba led the way in the first half. He had 18 points, 3 steals. And that does it for our halftime.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And guys, you know, Mohamed Bamba has really been making it happen.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
On the court for Orlando, Gordon and Bamba, the combo inside. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3 slot. The shot's good from Fournier.
And the quick release of Fournier. Man, he's so good at getting his shot off as soon as the pass reaches his hand.
Levine can't hit.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Second half rolling along now. About a minute played here. And Fournier over to help. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball.
Chicago with the ball. And White kicks to Porter. White against Augustine. From downtown. And the Bulls with another miss.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Fournier's shot is off.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
And it's White missing. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Orlando Magic. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. And a change for the Magic. Ken Burks is checked in for Mohamed Bamba. And Fournier kicks to Ennis. A 3-ball. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Here we go, 1-on-1. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. The putback. Birch grabs the board. Magic leading by 20. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Gordon, the pass to Fournier. Another miss by Orlando.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that. And you talk about the best defensive head coaches in the league. Steve Clifford has to be on that short list.
I would agree with you, partner. I mean, his teams play hard, they play smart, they play with discipline, and that usually is a reflection of the coach, and a good one. Boy, a terrific find. Levine plays mostly the 2, but he came into the league as a point guard.
Passes to Gordon. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And one of the more transcendent athletes in the game, Aaron Gordon, still has some untapped potential. He could make a big leap.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for Markkanen. Harrison comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Saransky's checked in for Levine. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White.
You know, Fultz handles contact really well for a young player. Excellent at staying under control and then finishing through the contact.
And Greg, we've seen Gordon playing in a slower pace system. He was asked to play at the small forward.
Not ideal, Kevin. He's better off as a small ball power forward, getting out in the lane and using those springs to rise over the D.
Shots good from Young.
Well, one thing you like there is the extra pass. Evidence that the game is starting to slow down for Dunn.
Vucevic trying to get open. Yep, that one goes.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Fultz kicks to Gordon. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Fultz, the pass to Carter Williams. 11 feet away. Doesn't go that time. Good defensive work there by Young. In transition, here come the Bulls. Goes up. can't cash in from close range. The Magic leading by 21. Gordon goes in, and then Gordon with the dunk.
And whenever there's an opportunity to drive, Gordon just flies to the rim. Great quickness, breathtaking quickness.
Well, Clark, they say it's a make-or-miss league, as you know, and Thaddeus Young has that knack for finishing.
Yeah, he does. He's got a really good knack. Catches defenders flat-footed with his early release, and he's pretty crafty when he gets it inside, and being left-handed certainly doesn't hurt.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Luke Cornett, and it's Denzel Valentine in for Dunn. DJ Augustine's checked in for the Magic.
What a drive to the hoop from Gordon. I mean, he only needs a step or two to take off for those throwdowns.
The basket good off the assist from Fultz. And that's now 20 points for Aaron Gordon.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Ross finds Gordon, knocks it loose, and stolen by Valentine.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
Right side Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
It's never easy in the NBA, folks. I mean, great job by Gordon to just dismiss the contact and still score.
Cans it from downtown. And so it's Orlando cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. So for Chicago right now, Young and Carter are the big men inside. Thomas Satoransky is out there with White, and it's Hutchinson in at the 3 spot.
Well, you know what I like to say, persistence pays, and with Gordon, he's the kind of guy who just does not rest on the glass.
Here's Fultz, and it's White with the rebound. And so White will bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. The shot by Satoransky, no good. Got a piece of it, and stolen by White. Here's Young, and he banks in the layup.
Those drives and ability to get to the basket are what Young can bring to an offense. I mean, there aren't a lot of ways to deal with him effectively because he drives it so well.
Here's Gordon, and good that time. Gordon's got 18 points now here in the second half. Mark, I want to take you back a bit here to 1982. What was going through your mind over your first few NBA games?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I was really excited and thankful to have a chance to realize a dream, but I was also a little bit nervous going up against some of the guys that I had watched and idolized from afar. But once you're between those lines, it's not about idolizing guys. It's about trying to posterize them.
Any player in particular, one player that you looked out on the floor and you were out there as well saying, oh my goodness, look who I'm playing against tonight?
Well, when we first saw the Celtics and the Sixers, Larry Bird and those great teams in the 80s, Cedric Maxwell and Kevin McHale, and then the Sixers, my rookie year, won it all. And they had Moses Malone, Dr. J, Bobby Jones, some of the greats in the game. So those two teams, and Dr. J and Larry Bird in particular.
Dishes at the Fultz. Augustine looking around. Back to Fultz. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And the number 1 pick in 2017, Markelle Fultz out of Washington, 6'4". Clark, do you think he's more of a point guard or a 2?
Well, you know, at Washington, Kevin, I thought he showed the ability to score and assist at a high level. Coming out of college, I thought he had a chance to be really dynamic in both areas. Time will tell if that's the case, but I think playing the point could take some of the pressure off of his shot as he regains confidence in that part of his game.
He tries for 3, It's hauled in by Cornett. The Bulls have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Dunn kicks to Cornett. That shot is off. And Orlando the other way now. Frazier dishes to Clark. Good ball movement here by the Magic. Back to Fultz. Fires the 3. Chicago grabs the miss. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. The shot by Satoransky, no good. The kick out to Frazier. The basket good off the assist from Fultz. Fultz has got his 3rd assist on the night.
Kevin, for a young player, I like the way Fultz sees the floor. He knows and feels when a guy is open.
And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Orlando.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, but also they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Valentine's checked in for Porter. And it's Shaquille Harrison in for Satoransky. And a switcher also for Orlando. Carter Williams, he's checked in for Fultz.
Boy, a high level of concentration there on the shot from Carter Williams. Really good at knocking down shots despite contact.
Dunn looking over the floor. Over Carter Williams. Dunn misses.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Magic.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And talk about putting pressure on your opponent. Tonight's win will move their record to 2-0 in the season series with 2 left to be played against the Bulls.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Aaron Gordon.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Birch kicks to Frazier. It's blocked. Here's Harrison. Inside, Dunn. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
That is just grown man, big boy work from Dunn inside. Incredible athleticism really aids him in getting these types of shots.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. That one drops for him.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Carter Williams, the pass to Frazier. With the tip, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in.
But that's the way to go if you've got good position.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
That's what they've got him out there for.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. This crowd...
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20. And first looks at what's coming up in my team for 2K21.
Chicago, Illinois. We welcome you to Noche and a DA. Well, great attitude. His work inside, a big part of the DA. Thanks. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for Sexton.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different score than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Ashman and Love are the forwards. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. And it's Drummond in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Bulls, Porter and Markkanen, the duo at forward. White and Levine team up in the backcourt. And it's Carter in at the 5. Levine feeling it out a bit. Out to White. From outside the arc, and Zach LaVine hits from deep. Brent, at this point, perennial contenders sometimes coast through the final games of the regular season. Any danger that they can't hit that right button or flip the switch and get back into gear?
When you hear analysts say that the playoffs are all about matchups, they are exactly right. You and I talked about this, Kevin, several years ago about the time. Going into the playoffs, teams don't have to be hot. You don't have to be 10-2 in the last 12 games for your playoffs, because all of a sudden, if you're matched up against a team that's owned you all year long, your chances of winning that series are very, very slim. So it becomes just let's get in and let's find out who we're playing, and then we'll get to work.
And so here is Chicago. The Cavaliers making the shot. And Markkanen with the basket on the assist by Levine.
Almost perfect in the game to start, 3 of 4.
Sexton kicks to Drummond. Beyond the arc. Markkanen pulls it in. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Levine, another one falls for Chicago.
Shooting 4 of 5 to start the game. That's got to be a feel good.
Garland with it. Now defended by Levine.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The Cavaliers shooting their first foul shots of the night here. They throw good. Garland. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And for the Cavs, their #1 goal is to identify a young superstar to build around.
They've had a nice collection here of guys that they hope step up and step out. Cleveland's only 2 Rookie of the Year award winners have been LeBron James and Kyrie Irving. Franchise changers hard to find.
Now here's Porter. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Orlando. And no good to start the night, missing his first attempt there. Sexton kicks to Garland. Offensive rebound.
Yeah, I know Kevin Love has slimmed down through the years, but the fundamental part of boxing out and using his body is not something that he's lost.
And now Love pushing it up, and no one back to stop him.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Pass to Markkanen. The feed to Carter. Back to Markkanen. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Drummond. Let's take a moment to show you some young men that have really picked up steam here in the second half of the season. These are the leading rookie scorers since the All-Star break. And you look at White, second in the league, having an excellent season.
As this season progresses, you can see his confidence growing. Sometimes you forget that he's just a rookie. I mean, he looks very confident and poised with his approach to the game.
The Bulls making a switch here. Satoransky's checked in. Garland with it. White's there. Porter with the steal. It's tipped. Love goes in. The kick out to Porter. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Chicago Bulls. They trail by 1. The shot by Satoransky, no good.
I'm shocked he missed that wide open look. He has to feel embarrassed he blew that one.
Shoots, and that one's good. Love. Love's got 6.
Now that basket must be widening out right now, Kevin. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
And that one goes long. And here are the Cavaliers. They're on a 12-4 run. To the inside, Garland. That falls. Great assist by Love. And it's 6 points for Darius Garland.
Yeah, Love can scan the floor. He's always looking for the late cutter and patient with that decision.
Satoransky, the pass to Carter. Over Drummond. And it's Carter missing. Cleveland leading by 5. And Porter, here we go. And Garland has it in the corner. Sinks the three-pointer. 9 points in the game so far.
And this is right around the time when one team might start to pull away.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Luke Cornett, he's checked in for Carter. Young comes in for Markkanen. Chandler Hutchison, he's checked in for Porter. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White. Harry Nance is checked in for Cleveland. Porter dishes to Drummond. Takes it off the glass.
Yeah, they have gone full throttle from the opening tip, showing no signs of letting up.
Yeah, you wondered if they would take some time to find their A game. They did it at jump ball. They've been awesome tonight.
So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Cavaliers lead by 10. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, what's your take?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Dunn is out there with Valentine. Then it's Young, and it's Hutchinson in at the 3. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And now Dunn pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Chalk up 2 there. Dunn's got 4 points in the quarter.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Windler, the pass to Nance. Up again. And there's Thompson putting it right back in.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Now here's Valentine. Guarded closely. Over Nance. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Brent, with offensive rebounding, which players can you count on to create second chance opportunities every game they play?
Well, Giannis in Milwaukee does a pretty good job with his length, grabbing boards and being able to go back in and cause some problems for the defense. Rudy Gobert is always around the rim, both defensively and offensively. DeAndre Jordan did that for years. It'll be interesting to see, if he can continue that role down there to be a putback and a stick-back guy.
Harrison's checked in for Chandler Hutchison. And Cornett gets it to go.
And the height Dunn possesses is what allows him to see the floor so well. So good at setting up his guys for quality shots.
And it's good, 2 points. Osman's got his first basket of the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Dunn, wide open, he fires. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. They've led by as much as 10. It's off to Charlotte for them after this game as they take on the Hornets. And they're in the thick of this long road run. That's the 3rd of 7 straight on the road.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Here's Harrison. A shot off that time. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, their execution at times was flawless, but they also made some mistakes that ultimately did them in.
Well, they had the home fans worried for a little bit. I know that.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim The D had better start buckling down.
Pass to Cornette. Here's Dunn. Connects from three-point range. Dunn's got his third basket of the night.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Here's Cornette. No good from the wing. The Cavaliers leading by 8. It's Porter outside with the putback. It's good on the putback. Sexton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Don't want to see athleticism wasted just on offense as Sexton uses it that time to get an offensive board.
Here's Cornette. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Selected with the 8th pick back in the 2018 draft, Colin Sexton, the main reward for the Cavs, Greg, after the Kyrie Irving trade.
Sexton wearing the same number 2 jersey as Irving doesn't feel the need to measure up to expectations created by Kyrie. Cavs fans, though, hope he does.
Here's Dunn. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Over in the corner, Osman. Clock at 6. Sexton's shot is good. Sexton's got 6.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Dunn outside. There's 37 seconds left now here in the second. Here's Cornette. Count that one. He's got 6.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Down low, Young with the steal. Valentine kicks to Harrison, and that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That's his first foul, so Chicago ends up going with the new group. The shot and game clock separated by 4, and the shot goes in.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Passes it to Porter. Fires the 3, and it's White with the rebound. And Satoransky, what a play, simply trains it in at the buzzer.
And a huge 3 there.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Cleveland ahead, up 3 from the United.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you. It was all about Cleveland as the game got going. They put together some nice offensive stretches. That's all for now.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Darius Garland. Guys, what a contribution.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
On the court for Cleveland, Sexton and Osman on the perimeter. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love, and it's Garland in at the 1 spot. Here's Markkanen, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And how about the focus from the native of Finland? It's clear that Markkanen is used to playing through contact.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And take a look at what he's been able to do at the free throw line. 82% more than acceptable.
Chicago has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. For the lead, and the Bulls, another 3.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Love kicks to Osman. Back to Love. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
What you like about Kevin Love right here is the attention to detail He's always had a great knack, those early years in Minnesota, about being in the right place at the right time.
Outside, Levine. He kicks it to Markkanen. Lays it up off the glass. Markkanen's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And how about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Love right side. Three-pointer. Cleveland gets it back. And there's the pass to Sexton. Garland. Here's Drummond. Garland the pass to Osman. And another shot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And the movement to bring the NBA back to Seattle, the Pacific Northwest. Brent, you played there half a decade. I know you've got fond memories. How much does that city love the NBA?
The Seattle fans are incredible and I don't know how much,
knowledgeable.
Yes, and how much longer do we have to keep talking about how we want a team in Seattle?
One of the great cities in this country.
A fantastic place to play, to live, and the city is starved to get the Sonics back up there in the green and gold.
And they'll support them.
Oh, there's no question about it. So the time is ticking, and everybody's excited about the opportunity in the near future for the team to return.
Out to the right wing. Here's Sexton. Oh, good with the triple. The Bulls leading by 3. Here's Levine.
And in flashes, Levine has shown he can be a star. Now, he has to put it all together on a consistent basis.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Cavaliers making a switch here. So he gets them both. Cavaliers have gone only 1 of 6 from the field in the third quarter. Not how they pictured the half started. Pass to Garland. Inside. And Love throws it down.
Kevin Love showing you he's got a little vert getting up to the rim.
And here's Levine, who brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. They get to take on the Heat at Miami after this one. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them. And it goes down 2 points. Levine's got the lead up to 5 now for Chicago.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Garland with it, wide on it. Stolen by Markkanen. Here's Levine. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Oh, great ball movement there.
We've got 1:55 left in the third quarter of the game.
1 made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
Porter. And Porter putting it right back in. Porter's got his first bucket of the night.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Floats one. And there's Garland. That's good on the assist by Love. Garland's got 4 this quarter.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
And Zach LaVine gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Some changes for Chicago. Chandler Hutchison comes in for Wendell Carter. And Satoransky subbed in for LaVine. Harry Nance is checked in for Cleveland. Porter comes in for Sexton.
Is it getting cold in here, Kevin? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Oh, Nance in position. That one doesn't go.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Got a piece of it. Kicks it to Garland. On the wing, Porter. The shot and game clock separated by 4, and out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
Look, Kevin, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for Lowry Markkanen. Harrison comes in for Otto Porter Jr. And Chris Dunn subbed in for White.
He gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
No good on that one. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. On its way from Young for 2. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Bulls lead by 7. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
So helpful to the offensive versatility when your bigs can create, freeing everybody up, and that cut was wide open.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got Harrison. Chris Dunn is out there with Thomas Satoransky. Then it's Young, and it's Hutchinson in at the 4. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Dunn passes to Hutchison. To the paint. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Garland. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Here's Windler. Here's Porter. Pass to Garland. Here's Windler. Shot clock resets for the Cavaliers. Thompson passes to Nance. And Garland has it in the corner. They get the rebound. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall. The Bulls leading by 7. To the middle. Here's Young. And the layup's good off the glass. Young's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Bulls. Cleveland's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Here's Nance. And Thompson kicks to Porter. No good from outside. Well, Chicago's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Satoransky gets the bucket. Satoransky's got the lead up to 11 now for Chicago. The Cavaliers shooting 43% for the game. Garland the pass to Nance. Pulls up. That's tipped, and he's able to get it back. Here's Windler. Satoransky covering. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Here's Sexton. Banked in off the glass.
Like the attacking mindset, not waiting for something to happen. Instead, creating it himself was Colin Sexton.
And White kicks to Levine. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And that one's good by Porter.
So dangerous off the pass. Porter has tremendous confidence in his ability to catch and shoot.
Here's Levine. And contact on the shot. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to listen in on John Beilein's huddle with his team. He is not happy with the turnovers. He said, we have got to get some shots. It's as simple as that, guys. Play smart and value the basketball. Let's see if the message sunk in, Kevin.
Okay, David, thanks. Sexton with it. Now defended by Levine. Drummond working against Carter. With the shot, Love trying to break loose. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Andre Drummond. Here's Levine, and then jammed down. He goes right over Colin Sexton.
So aggressive once he gets hot. Love how Levine stays after it when he gets it going.
Sexton deciding where to go with it. They get it again, and Drummond is right there.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
White left side. Cavaliers with the rebound. Drummond's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. The three. Count that one. The Bulls lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Sexton.
Well, Sexton's confidence growing now, knocking it down from the three-point line. That's big.
And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That's his 3rd foul of the game. 56 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Levine passes to Porter. Back to Levine. Now the dish to Carter over Love. And it's Carter missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Got it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Sexton with a shining moment here.
And the jam by Levine.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Oh, the power on that Pruden.
Unreal. And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
The putback, great positioning on the putback. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 14 rebounds.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And so it's Chicago winning this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm,